Hello and welcome to another video over here at All the Crackers in the Box. Today we'll talk a little bit about yarn, but one of my main things we've done the last few days is cleared out some puzzle mess. So come join us. Once in a while, people will be really kind and pass on things their family no longer needs. I have no idea where this bag of treasure came from. It is puzzles, it is card games. So going through it and starting to sort it out after sitting in my closet for a couple years now. It is a bunch of small children's puzzles, Uno cards, a dinosaur dominoes game, all mixed into a big pile of fun. For whatever reason, I've had some puzzles and other interesting things add up and end up in bags and all sorts of containers that we just need to go through, decide what we're keeping and not keeping. I have two younger daughters now. They are not interested in Paw Patrol or Cars. My son is now 17 and he is a Cars fan, still loves it, but I don't really think he really needs puzzles intended for young children. So we were trying to make sure we have all the pieces that we need, and we were going to bag them up, mark them up, and send them to the thrift store for donation so somebody else could enjoy them. I've employed my 6-year-old to be my little helper with this. She's at an age where she should be able to work on some puzzles, and it was a good time for us to bond and spend some time together, being that she's at school all week and I miss her. So we worked on puzzles and sorting, and she's been helping me organize and learning how to clean up after herself and whatnot, because, you gotta teach them young. So it turned out there was about 5 or 6 different puzzles in here. I think there was 3 cars and the rest were all Paw Patrol. And as I mentioned before, my girls are just not into Paw Patrol, so they need to go. And almost every single one of these puzzles were missing a piece or 2 or 3 or 4. So I was putting them in the recycling. Even though I felt a little guilty, I just didn't want to put that out there, putting a puzzle in the thrift store and having a small one. Get this home, do the puzzle, and be super disappointed in the fact that they're missing pieces, because that's just not fun, especially for a young child. They just don't deal well with that. So I get them in. A couple hours later, all of a sudden my daughter comes walking up to me and gives me a puzzle piece she happened to find in her dollhouse. It's a piece for one of the puzzles that I had put in the recycling. I thought that we hadn't pulled them out, so maybe she had pulled a bunch of it out and it's floating around in all of my toys that the kids have all over the house that I'm just starting to go through to start getting rid of, replacing, moving on. So I pulled everything out because I feel guilty. Someone else could definitely use them. They're in great shape other than the fact that they're missing some pieces. So for now, they're in a Ziploc bag in my closet while we go through the rest of the toys. If I do not find any more pieces, they'll have to go. But until I'm sure, because I can see in my mind's eye some little guy having a great time doing puzzles and just enjoying them, and I'd love to see that. I have been working on this Silly Trolls beanbag chair. I will not get more beans for it, so I am adding more stuffing from my items that are being repurposed. Some old damaged socks and t-shirts and some stuffing out of a blanket that the material is just dissolving. It's going to sit in the bedroom for my youngest as her chill-out reading chair. One of the bottom shelves on my yarn shelf is actually full of books for her. She loves to look at books and yarn. This corner to corner is a famous puking gnome from Gravity Falls. My son is a huge fan. I didn't mean for it to be this big, but this was my first experience with corner to corner on my own. The pillows for my middle daughter were from free patterns from Hobie, and they were just done right already, size-wise. So anyhow, we all think this pattern came out really nice. It was a Christmas gift. After much back and forth, we have decided we're going to make it a giant pillow for the computer desk or bed. So now I'm making a pillow out of an older blanket of mine and a few other odds and ends. We'll update as I go. I just haven't been motivated to pull out the sewing machine. My husband is a massive fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I have made him 4 cross stitches, and this year he got a set of 4 crochet amis for his birthday. They are super cute and turned out amazing. Very proud of them. So, for Christmas, I have started a very large project for him. I am making a corner-to-corner blanket for him. I'll be putting in a picture of each of the turtles. Super up in the air of which stitch to put the panels together with, but something will jump out at me. I have to go back 2 rows because the pattern has a space of non-black on the mouth that ends up looking very weird on the blanket. I plan on putting on a backing on the blankets and probably using some quilting batting. I have been using old scraps and dollar store with more signature yarns. Soft, yet not. This is just a large enough blanket for use by his computer or in the living room. I do love corner to corner. I find it really relaxing. When it's a picture, it can be rather challenging, but all patterns can be challenging. I did have another pattern that I was working up, but it was so big, it would have been even too big for our king-size bed. I just wanted something like maybe a twin for throwing on when chilly in the living room. I will update as I go along. Being that it's getting warm out, I'm in no big rush to get it done. If you're new to crochet, you might be wondering what C2C crochet is. C2C stands for corner to corner crochet, a type of crochet pattern that's worked diagonally from one corner to the opposite corner. This week at the library I found some crochet books. Very rarely do we get them here. We can order them from any other locations in our district, but I am lazy. This book is called Creepy Cute Crochet by Christian Hayden. I love the death figure on the cover of this Ami book. I think I need him in my life. I'm going to whip one up for me this week as a little gift to me. I have never made anything Ami-wise for myself, and I feel that he would love to guard my yarn. Okay, this book made me laugh so hard I had to get it. The book is called Stitch and Bee Crochet, The Happy Hooker by Debbie Stoller. There is a lot of basic information, lots of reading, and lots of cute patterns. I also grabbed Crochet Masterclass by Jean Leonhard and Rita Weiss. This, at the very least, will be a great read for when I'm not feeling like doing anything. There seems to be at a glance some history of crochet that I'm very interested in. I love history, and I'm thinking about putting together some history facts into my videos once in a while. I also grabbed Modern Crochet Bible by Sarah Shrimpton. This book won my interest with the pictures. I love the color contrast, and at worst, if there's nothing, my youngest is all about looking at it. She loves the page of crochet hooks. Quick update on my beautiful green mystery yarn from a few videos ago. I've determined that it is Bernay Pop Yarn Tropical Forest. No one was able to respond to me on Facebook to tell me what they thought it was. A few days later, somebody else in a different crochet group was showing off some work she had done, and it was exactly the same colorway. The colors were exact on to what I have in mind, and she was nice enough to answer me and tell me it was Tropical Forest. Not Peacock Plume, Tropical Forest. Karen Cotton Cake, Sunset Dreams. Medium 4, 60% cotton, 40% acrylic, 8.8 ounces, 250 grams, 530 yards, 485 meters. Suggested knitting needle size, 4.5 millimeters. Suggested crochet hook, 5 millimeters. Just wanted to share some of my favorite squishies in my collection. Karen, Big Cakes, Boysenberry. Medium 4, 100% acrylic, 10.5 ounces, 300 grams, 603 yards, 551 meters. Suggested knitting needles, 5 millimeters. Crochet hook, 5 millimeters. And I'm lucky enough to have 2 of these bad boys. Update on my shawl. Oh my goodness, I was right. A less busy stitch really makes a difference. I am really enjoying making this one now. I've gotten quite a bit further. It's quite a bit longer. The color switching is not so harsh as opposed to the flower stitch, especially on the last one, was really, really hard to look at. I was not comfortable with it. Now I'm feeling very confident that this is going to be a lot more of what I was looking for. So came over at Affordable Crafty, mentioned something about taking some old yarn labels and turning them into pictures, so I just kind of had to. I thought that would just kind of look really good there in this area to help maybe stage it a little more for my liking. Well, thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day.